Hello. Hey, everybody. Checking that. Ooh, starting with the usual. Hey, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Is everything okay? Technically wise? Hope you're all good. Ooh, there's already chat to catch up with. Hello. Yay. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Sue. Um, so now that I know you can hear me and see me, hello. Um, Hello and welcome to our Saturday hop. I'm very happy to start it today. Hi, Marita. Hi, Christiana. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. And so today, what I'm going to do, and one of my cats is meowing in the background. So, hey, Sky. So, yeah. Oh dear. There's some kitty shenanigans around, so I'll be distracted for a bit until they stop. But sorry about that. Um, so today, what I'm going to do is continue the storybook that I started. Thanks so much, Cindy. Oh, hey, Karen. Good morning. Yeah, it's good morning to you and good evening to others. It's always fun to see, like, the time difference. It's kind of crazy in this hop, so it's fun to think about it. So it's maybe just go with good day, right? Good day. That's good for everybody. I think maybe it's good night for some. Okay, I'll stop. Um, so hello and welcome to the hop. And what I'm going to do today is continue the storybook project that I started. Think it's like 3 weeks ago now. So as you may have seen, I have continued it in other videos. So what I'm going to start with is actually, I'll just go through the pages that I've done before and a little bit and kind of recap the story very shortly so you'll know where we are, and then we'll do some more pages. Hey, Moika. Hey, Carrie. Um, okay, so in case this is the first time you're getting into this, this is a kind of a fairy tale, but it's my kind of fairy tale, so there's a ghost in it. Let's start with, so the first pages, the first two pages um, that I did, let's see, just a second, I'll move this aside so you can see both pages, and hopefully the camera will actually stop jumping. Thank you, camera. Thank you. So these are the two pages that I did in the live, I think it's 3 weeks ago. And in that, we saw that there was, that we're in, it was nighttime, and there was this moonbeam, and in the moonbeam appeared this figure. And in the, yeah, they're not connected yet, but those will be connected like this. So you can see now how it would work. So in the second page, the second, third, no, second video, third and fourth pages. We continued and we found out that this little figure is a fairy. It's a winged fairy, but it has this little tail too. And as it appeared in the glimmer, in the night, a figure approached it, which was a ghost of a woman that approached it. And this was done in a video that is available on my channel. I was just kind of continuing the story. And then in the next video that was actually only, I only put it up yesterday, so I'm sort of assuming many of you have not seen it. So this is where we are, that the ghost of the woman approached our tailed fairy. And he realized or asked her if she's the one that, thanks so much, Moika. He realized that she's the one who summoned him. And all she says is return. And she gives him this locket. And that's all she says. She just says return, and he's a bit confused about it, but he realizes that she wants him to return the locket to someone. And then once she says, yeah, okay, I'll do it, and takes the locket, she disappears. So this is where the story is, and we're going to continue today. So I'm just going to try and bring up the locket part. I hope that it focuses, that you can see it a little bit, because what I'm going to do today is basically a page that will have a bigger version of the locket, and he will be opening it. Okay, so let's put these pages aside. One day we'll bind them and we'll have a book. It'll be very exciting. So I already prepared sort of the background, as you might recall, because I've done all of the backgrounds the same way. So all of them, I start with a black paper that I use a jelly plate to yeah, actually, Cindy, the way that I made the locket is exactly with 3D folder and foil paper. So yeah, you're definitely in the right direction with that association. So the backgrounds are all done with jelly plates that I use blue acrylic paint. It's the Distress Cheap Sapphire. And this lovely purple that you can see that it shimmers. It's an Amsterdam acrylic paint that has a shimmer effect. And this one is the purple. Hi, Penny. And I already added some stamping. I don't know how much you can see. I hope you can see that there's a bit of stamping of these flourishes that were also in the other pages. And I added a little bit of the stencil. The stencil, where is it? Yeah, this one. It's a Finnebeer stencil that I've used on the other pages. Just going to, yeah, Penny, this paint, let me just catch it. It's here in the pile. So this is the paint that I'm using for the purple. They have it in different colors. I bought the red and I can't wait to try it as well, because the purple is amazing. And as you can see, it basically, when you get it out of the tube, it looks white, but it dries, the white becomes clear, and all you are left with is this shimmer of a color. They call it the Pearl series, I think. Yeah, so this is Pearl Violet, and they have Pearl Blue, Pearl red, pearl yellow, all kinds of pearls. I need them all. I will get back to you soon with them. But yeah, that was the first one that I tried, and I'm very happy with the effect that it does. Yes, it's full of makeup powder and it's amazing. So the first thing I'm going to do is, actually the first thing I'm going to do is tell you what will happen in the pages, story-wise. So we will have, I'm going to build a bigger version of the locket on this page. I already die cut all of it, so basically it'll be here. And what I did, I used this dies. You know, the idea was basically to find nesting dies, right? That create that I'll have different versions of the same shape and different sizes of the same shape. And I used this 3D folder. I'll get it out. I think I'm never sure what's easier to see, like, the package or yeah, the print. Yeah, I guess that in the camera, it's very hard to see the print of the 3D. Maybe if I'll do it like this, I'm trying. But the idea is, I was very lucky. I don't know. I was looking at the floral pattern, and basically for the small locket version, I use this area here that you can't see at all. You can't see what I'm looking at, right? But okay, let's see. Here, let's look at this. I'll bring it up. So this is what it looks like when it's embossed, the whole thing, right? So I use this flower here for the small locket. And then there's a big flower here that I used for the big one. You can see, right? Like this. Of course, it's not exactly the same, the sizes of the locket, but close enough. So basically, we'll have the locket here, and I will make it open like this, okay? And what are we? Oh, and on this side, I will basically have the text, and the text that I cut out already. And the text, by the way, I use foil. There, let's catch it. Catch the light a bit like this. So what I do is that I print the text with a laser printer, and then you can just foil it with, I don't know. Well, I have the Mink. You can use a laminator. I can say that in the first 2 pages that I did it, I actually used a black paper. I printed on a black paper. I could hardly see what was printed, but I printed it on the black paper and foiled it. But I found out that at least that specific paper. Oh, thank you, Penny. Yeah, I love these colors too. Well, that's why I'm using them. So I found that basically if I print at least the black paper that I was using, the printer, it didn't catch so well. So I ended up actually, I'm printing it on white cardstock, basically a thin cardstock. And then I just use ink over after I fold it, and add, hi Anya, to make it black. So yeah, that was something that I discovered. I don't know if it was specific. I'm assuming it was specifically that paper that it didn't catch with. So yeah, the story this time, the text is that our fairy just kind of mutters, well, that was informative, because, the ghost didn't really tell him anything. And he looks at the locket and says, well, I guess you're my main clue. And he opens it. And the idea is that, again, the text will be here, and this is where the locket will be. And now on this side, I want to add a little bit of more stenciling, and I'm going to use this. Now, some of you might recognize this, or it looks familiar. This is a Tim Holtz die. He does have a stencil version of these flowers, but I don't have it. But I just went and used a tip that he gave at some point somewhere, and that is that you can cut the die into Yupo paper, because Yupo paper is a synthetic paper. It's basically like plastic. So you can, you're creating a stencil that you can use again and again and again and again, which is awesome because, you have, for example, Sizzix have a stencil paper that is basically vellum, but vellum, I don't know how about you, but for me, it always reacts badly with anything that is liquid, it starts to curl over, and using it again, it's not always an option. So it's much nicer. It's just really useful to use a Yupo paper for that. And yes, it's more expensive than other things, but you know what? You just have a stencil for, as far as I know, ever. So it's worth it, I think. Yeah, I know, Penny. It's kind of, the background becomes sort of like an abstract art sort of thing, that you can see all kind of things in there. And it's really funny sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to add, let me just decide completely if I'm going to add some flowers in here as well, or just on this side. Because part of the thing is that I basically like doing kind of thematic images, or things that will be repeated afterwards and might have some sort of meaning. Oh, and I'm using the same glimmer paste by Nuvo. It's from Tonic Studios. Hey, Aleksandra. Well, Penny, it's all of our crazy brains. Seeing shapes, in clouds and abstract art, and yeah, jelly plates printing. So I'm just going to put the yeah, I'm just doing a part of flowers here. This part. Yep. And I might add a flower here, because they're nice flowers. I really like this stencil. Well, die. This is gonna be confusing for me now. But yeah. And here we go. And I think I'll add a bit more. Yeah, same flower, but this direction down here. Feathers? Where did you see? Do you see feathers in the patterns? That's interesting. Okay. So there. And as you can see, I've taken the tip of many actually to add this. I think it's called Press and Seal in the US, and here it's sold by another name. It's just a different company that imports it. But yeah, to seal it better, because they do tend to dry these things. Although so far this glitter paste has been much better than other products that I've seen. So I'll just wipe this with a baby wipe and put the stencil in a water tank down here, down under my desk, if you're wondering, and we'll put on the side. What was in that coffee you had for us in the lobby before the I don't know. Good things, only good things. That's all I put in coffee. Okay, so we'll put this aside to dry for a bit. These pastes dry quite quickly, so that's a nice thing about them. And I'm going to start working on the locket. Now, so like I said, the locket will be opening. So it has basically two sides. It will be back the paste. The paste was, let's see, can you see? It's the Nuvo Glimmer paste. It's from Tonic Studios, And this one is called Black Diamond. And it's very, very nice. It has a very nice shimmer. Okay, so as long as it's good hallucinations, I don't see what you can complain about, really. Okay, so the locket will be opening, right? So on the inside, we will have this photo. This will be, and this will be kind of glued back to the page. This will be the bottom. And I have this kind of frame for it. The photo, by the way, is from Tim Holtz's Found Relatives. I have tinted it a little bit. Let's see if we can focus. And I don't know how much you can see because yeah, I like tinting them very, very delicately. If you look at Paula Cheney shows how to do it with the crayons, which is what I use as well, the distress crayons. But she actually does the tinting the same way that people that well, that vintage photos really were tinted. So it's much more colorful than what I like. I just ignore what was and just do what I like, and I like it pale. So just a second. I'm using the same mediums throughout. Yes, I am using the same mediums throughout the pages because, well, just to continue sort of the theme, shall we say, or continue the feel of the whole project. I just feel that it connects everything a lot better. So this will be our inside, and this will be the outside, and this is cut from the foil. It was cut and embossed with the foil paper. If you don't know it, this is what it is. I think it's only sold as alcohol ink foil tape now, which reminds me that I should have brought the alcohol inks and I didn't. I'll bring them in a second. You'll just have to amuse yourself with 2 seconds. But yeah, so if you don't know it, try it. I think they're magic. Yes, Cindy, you do. It's amazing. I'm sorry for being enabling, for being an enabler for shopping, but they are amazing. Okay, I'm going to just bring the alcohol inks in a second. I'll be back just a sec. Okay. I mean, obviously, I could leave it nice and shiny, but you know me, I like the vintage style. And also it fits more with the theme here. So I am going to kind of stain it with alcohol ink to give it more of a vintage look. So let's do that now. And I'll just use the felt circles. Sorry. And I'm using a combination of pitch black alcohol ink and mushroom alcohol ink. The card base of the album, the back paper. It's actually, just a sec, I'll show you if I'll find it. It's there. It's this one. I just found it in the craft shop and it's really nice. It has a good weight and they have a white version that I use for a lot of my paintings. So I knew I liked it, and they have it in black as well. So obviously I bought it. And it just comes with this block, which I like as well because it's a good amount of papers. Okay, so just put a drop of the black alcohol ink and just stain it a bit. And I don't even bother in this case with the, oof, I forgot the, you know, the name of the solution you use to blending solution. That's what it was. Yes. I'm not even bothering with the blending solution because I just want it to be a bit, I don't know, just look old and tarnished, like tarnished silver, right? I am actually going to do it a little bit also on the on this silver paper. This is the Craft Core silver paper of Tim Holtz's. Just a nice paper. So I'll just give it a bit of stainage in here. I don't want to put too much because, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Because I don't know if you've seen, I'll show you in a second, but I basically wrote inside a dedication and I want it to stay there. So, and it might have, yeah. The alcohol ink has affected it a bit, so I'll need to be a bit more careful. Now I'm going to add some mushroom. The mushroom color on the silver, it gets this, you'll see in a minute, it gets this sort of golden color that you don't really see much of it because it's mixed with the black in this case, but it really gives a very nice, well, dirty silver look when you mix it with a pitch black. So, and that's what I'm going for. So that's good. Okay. So go here. I'll need to be a bit more careful. I'm actually going to use it to clean it out a bit. Yeah. Well, worst case scenario, I'll have to write the text again. Yeah. And now to add a bit of scratches. Oh, move my mic's cable keeps wanting to get into the picture. So this is steel wool that's wrapped up on the blending tool. I'm having a problem with words today, but all's well. So just to basically it doesn't really create scratches too much, but it does give a little bit more of a vintage look. Just a little bit. And yeah, I think that's about it. So now, okay. Hey, Nuno. Nuno is right after me, so with a special guest. I don't know, did you say already who's your guest? Nuno, or is it still a secret? Is it a surprise? Yeah, exactly, Christiana. Okay, so let's see. I believe, oh, it's not, it's still, with all of these pastes, I mean, it is dry to the touch, but you can feel that it's still cool. So it means that it's not completely dry, but it is dry enough for me to work on this page without destroying it, which is very useful. So that's what we'll do. So basically, this will be at the bottom. And what we need to do is to give the locket a rounded shape. So I looked around for something that is round and big enough. And I found this liquor bottle that I intend to, alter at some point. I haven't gotten around to it for now, but uh, yeah, so today it'll just be useful in different ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray some water. No. Oh no, Kim, I hope they'll fix it soon. I mean, the video will remain afterwards, but plumbing problems. So I'm spraying some water on the paper to soften it. And I'm just going to very gently, really, because I don't want it to be too rounded, but just to give it a bit of form. And inside, I'm very much hoping that the text that I put on still remains. I might have to edit again. So I hope you can see it, and I'm just shaping it. I need to just give the whole thing a bit of a rounded form, because lockets are usually kind of I forgot the word for that as well, but they stand out. Yes, they have more, they're pebbled, I guess you can say. Okay. And this will be the inside, right? So that's why it might have looked a bit weird that I'm kind of doing it on the pretty side, but the pretty side is going to be the inside. So we need it to be, yeah. Basically, the foil will sit on top of it. And what I've learned when I did the smaller locket is that it's actually easier not to try and give shape to the foil before, just shape the paper and then shape the foil on top of it. And I'm going to keep drying it because when you dry the paper, when the paper dries, it gets more of the shape, it retains more of the shape, and it hardens. And you can see that I've only really given it a very small kind of rounding because I don't want it to be too thick. So just a little bit. Yeah. I think this is enough. Yep, I think so. So what we do now is peel the foil. And this is one of those, the same as a double-sided tape, those moments when you try to, it actually worked a lot faster than it usually does when you do it live. There we go. This is actually quite pretty as well. I don't know if you can see the detail on that. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'm generally kind of putting it on top at the right position. And then I will glue it more accurately when I'll push it down to the shape as well. And it's giving me a bit of problem, so I'll do it. I know it's just worthwhile to do it slowly and accurately. I can always cut it around, but it is basically the same size exactly, so it should fit perfectly. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay. Worst case scenario, you can always color the edges to make it look better. Okay, so this is now set. And I'll just use the bottle again to shape it. And actually with the foil, it's easier because the foil is metal, so it definitely catches the shape a lot easier. And I just realized I forgot to do something important, but thankfully, the foil is kind to me and will allow me to open up because we need a hinge. So this is a silver paper, the same silver paper that I used here. And I just folded it into, I colored the middle in black so it will be less visible. And I would just put it in here. Now the foil is sticky, of course, so it's not a problem, but for the paper, I will add glue here to hold it in place. And this little hinge will be what will help us opening the locket. And on the other side, yeah. See, I would like to say that this only happens to me on lives, but I tend to forget the order that I plan to do things always. So you are seeing a genuine making process of mine. Thank you. So on the other side, because we want this to remain closed, I'm going to use magnets. So I have these teeny tiny magnets here. Oop, it's actually 3 of them. Oh my God, they are tiny. Okay. And I'm going to put one right here. And again, hope that you can see what I'm doing because it's truly tiny. I'm going to just put a drop of glue on one side, and on the other side, the foil will catch it. And we'll just cover it. And yeah, do this. Now, all these brown edges, I will color with black just to hide them. Oh, wrong side of the marker. Definitely want the brush tip. Okay, so I'll just try to do this quickly. And you could go with like trying to paint it in silver or something like this, but I think that in this case, partly because we did the pitch black alcohol ink, and also because of the background that is very dark, the black will definitely be good enough to hide any kind of any of the paper picking out. And okay. Oh. All right. I'll just go around all of it now, just for the heck of it, really. Um, yep. And so this is the outside. And you can see that this will open, and inside, I didn't read to you, but I don't know if you can. Let's see. Can you see the text? Let's see if I can. Ugh, no. Get in a direction that you can see, sort of. It says, "To my beloved Elijah, yours always, Jay." So there's our clue to what's going on. Now, for the inside of the locket, what I'm going to do is, so this will be glued to the back, right? And this is the bottom part. And you can see that if I close it, it fits. But of course, because the top part was rounded, then the bottom is a little bit bigger in, or there's edges. You can see maybe better if I do this, right? Yeah. So I am going to sort of raise the edges a little bit. I don't want to do too much of that because yeah, because I want the photo also to fit in. So basically what I'm going to do is put in the photo in the center, as centered as I can, and try not to move it. Do you also do that? That you spend like, a minute centering something, and then when it's perfect, you just push it aside? I always do that. Oh, good. So now that the photo is centered, I'm just going to gently lift the edges. Now, with this die has this pattern that is actually cut in, which in this case is very useful because it makes it very easy to raise the sides and kind of create a bit of a dip around the photo. Okay. So that's not lazy. That's how you do it. This is why black is awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to glue the photo down. And by the way, the reason that I use this glue, it's again, it's by Tonic Studio. It's the Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. It's really good for papers. I use collage medium for everything else and also paper sometimes, but the benefit of this glue is that it does dry quickly, but not as quickly as collage medium. So I can have some time to wiggle things around in case I need to. Collage medium tends to be like, you stick it, it's there, done, nothing you can do anymore. Which sometimes is a little bit too quick for me. Thanks so much, Penny. Okay, so this will be the frame, and this time I will actually remember to put the hinge in the middle and our little magnet. So for that, I'm going to start with the magnet, just making sure. And what I'm doing is that I basically make sure that it's stuck here on this side. You want to be sure that you're putting it the right side, like positive to negative, negative to positive, so it doesn't, well, so it'll work basically. And this way I will know where to put it inside the frame. So actually, I'm going to do it even easier. Because we have this, I'm going to kind of do it. It looks a bit backwards, maybe, but it is the easiest way to make sure that everything sits in the right place. So what you do is put this paper and then make sure that the magnet catches it. And I can glue it. And see, for this, I would actually prefer to use the collage medium because it works better with things that are not paper. So now I know exactly where the magnet is. I need a new a new one of these guys because it takes a while to get the glue out. Oh, and I have 10 minutes. Lovely. Okay. Okay, there it is. There's our glue. And yeah, the magnet just sort of runs to place. Okay. Good, like this. Now I can see that the hinge is a little bit too big here, so I'm just going to cut a little bit of it. I'll just round it a bit so it would work perfectly. And I'll put the glue in. And basically just close it down here. Okay. And this way, I know that when I glue this frame to this side, it would be perfectly, it would close perfectly and everything would work perfect. Oh, thanks, Christiana. I was going to ask you to put the link. The link for Nuneka's channel that will be right after me in about 10 minutes is going to be, yeah, it's in my description, but you can, okay, what happened to Penny? Penny, what is going on? Oh, cool. That is really cool that everything worked well. Okay, so now we have the frame. Okay, don't worry us like that, Penny. Cool. Okay, so the magnet is in place, and now we can just, it's basically gluing in reverse, this whole thing. Okay, it's down, and I can just center it around our photo. Thanks so much, Sue. Okay. So at this point, I mean, basically what will happen now, obviously, is that I will glue this down here. But it's really important to just let it dry completely, really stick well because of the magnets, because it's very strong magnets. Don't let their size fool you. And that means that if I don't dry it completely, it will definitely kind of tear all of my gluing work, which is not something you want. So I will put this aside to dry. I will edit later. And for now, what I want to do is also add a bit of details on these flowers. I wanted to add some wax, and I'm using the Fire Ruby by Fina Beers. And yes, I have the teens. I don't have the tubes yet. I only have teens. I like them. I don't know what my opinion of the teens will be, but we'll find out. Not the teens, the tubes. And I want to just add a little bit of red to the flowers themselves. And it's pretty cool because if you just do a little bit, see if I can get you to see it. Then you do get a red color, but the glitter from the paste is still in there. I don't know if you can see it. It's very hard to show it in the video, but I'll take photos afterwards so you can see better. Thanks so much, everyone. And that's this one as well. And oh, good. I'm never sure like how well things show on video. I don't know if it's because of, I'm seeing it on a very small screen through StreamYard, so I don't really see it like full screen or whatever, but um it always seems to me like I'm showing you something that it's impossible to see. But it's good to know that it works. Okay, so I only have 5 more minutes. So I will just kind of describe what I'm going to do, and I will finish it up afterwards. And I'm going to, and of course, post photos of it in my Instagram and my Facebook. You can find the links to that in my in the description of the video. And so we will have the text here. Basically like so. It will be straight when I'll glue it down. And the locket that I'm not gonna glue completely, but the locket will be in here, basically. And that would pretty much be the page. There's one more detail that I might add. I was debating with myself, so maybe, as a last thing before we leave, I'll let you decide, because basically what I'm thinking of adding is a bit of contour of this shape, which is supposed to let us know that our guy has been summoned to a graveyard. And, I'm not trying to be morbid here, but he was summoned by a ghost, so where else would they be? So just to kind of give an idea of where the environment is. What do you think? Should I add a bit of details of, it'll be kind of just the contour. I think that I will add it. Like just a few shapes like that to give the idea that it's there. Peggy, yeah, thank you so much, first of all. And yeah, the pages, I just didn't do it. I did it off screen because, hey, Olga. Hello. I did it off screen because I used exactly the same technique when I did the live last time. So, so I just didn't repeat it, and because I knew the locket will take me a while to do. So, but you can see how I did it in the replay, and you can also see it in the short videos that I did for the other pages afterwards. It's basically jelly plate with 2 paints. It's actually not that hard. It's just the magic of jelly plates. Really, they're awesome. Okay. Okay, so that is about it, I think, for me. Don't close up completely. Thank you, please. And next week, I will continue the story. We'll find out a bit more. So now we know that our ghost is this lady, and her name is, well, it starts with a J. And she apparently, well, it seems she wants the locket to be returned to someone called Elijah. Um, and and we'll continue to find out more later. I might do some videos in the middle, another video in the middle of the week, just to kind of move things along a bit. We'll see. Let me know what you would like to see. And thank you so much, everybody. No one said anything about the tombstones idea, so I will do what I like. Um, and I will have photos of this on my Instagram and on my Facebook later on. And I really hope that you're enjoying this idea and the story. I will continue with it until, basically either it's finished or we're bored with it, and then I'll continue. Well, I will finish it definitely, but I might finish it um, basically on shorter videos that I just recorded videos and not on the live. Ha! I have I have a like for the tombstone idea, so I will do it. All is good. I'll probably just do contours. One of the things that I really love is playing with the kind of, it's not exactly black on black, but it's black on dark. So I really enjoy that, and that's probably what it will be, and we'll see more of it later. I don't know, is Nunu already live? She has a minute, but I think that we can all move to her. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. And thank you for your support. It's very kind and very heartwarming. So let's all move to Nunu and see her and her guest, um, you know, have fun, and we'll have fun with them. That's it. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. I think that I will finish now. Bye. Thank you so much.